Hi, I'm Bybreen and welcome back to another episode of Soul Stirring Astrology, where I give you my textured take on the world of astrology. Well, today is June the 18th and Neptune goes retrograde through Pisces and will be doing so until mid-November. And in a couple of days' time, on June the 21st, we have the Sun moving into Cancer. At the same time, we have Pluto, which continues to retrograde through Capricorn. So the energies that we're dealing with are the fluidity of water and the stability of Earth. So when we're looking at Cancer, the archetype is the crab. And the crab has this hard carapace to protect the soft centre. So whether you have your Sun in Cancer or the Cancerian energy at the moment is about the recognition of this soft centre that you need to self-protect, but in order to do so, you've got to open up before you provide more of a secure base. So when we're dealing with Cancer, we're dealing with emotions and feelings. Cancer's about water. So you're looking at the sea, the ocean. You're also looking at this sense of home, because Cancer is ruled by the moon, and the moon is there as the stabilizer, the protector, because with Cancer there's this ebb and flow of emotions, because it's shifting, it's about water, and what you're seeking to do is to create your own container for these emotions. Cancer is an opportunity, or the time that the Sun moves into Cancer is an opportunity for you to access and connect with the emotional experiences of other people. And we're seeing this played out beautifully around the world as us as global citizens, viewing with horror and articulating our discontent, our anger with what's going on in America, where we're seeing the separation of children from their families, their mothers, their fathers. So we're seeing Cancer being played out negatively with this separation, this disconnect with this principle of protection. And during this time, it's an opportunity for us to be challenging the laws, the regulations that are undermining this sense of protection. There's a friend of mine, Sadia, and she is brilliant at articulating, capturing the views of the collective and bringing them to the attention of public decision makers. So her world of work was this interface between the needs of the collective as well as the needs of those within the public sector. And it's a great way for you to begin articulating perspectives, views that shines a light on the emotional terrain of yourself, it could be, but also for other people. Alongside Cancer, as I said, we have Neptune retrograding through Pisces, and we'll be doing so until November. Now there's two roles that I want to highlight here with Neptune retrograding. So it's a time for you to think about, do you become, or are you the sort of person who lives life as a victim or a victor, otherwise a saviour? Because when we're looking at Cancer and the moon, we're looking at the sense of our inner terrain, our inner needs, our emotions, our sense of history, the past, what connects us, this kind of continuity, this flow of emotions. But in order to really anchor those emotions, you need to understand, are you the victim in life? So therefore, with a Cancerian hat on, you're always looking to other people to save you, take care of you, or are you the victor? The saviour, that you're saving other people but ignoring your own inner needs. Now don't forget that Cancer is a cardinal sign, and the fact that it's a cardinal sign means that there's this desire, this need to take action. With Neptune going retrograde and Pluto going retrograde, Pluto's about power, the regeneration of power, the usage of power. So as we have the Sun moving through Cancer, moving through water, moving through that terrain, you've got Neptune providing you with an opportunity to think about what role do you play. Are you the victim, maybe a bit of both. But in being both or either or, you are truly ignoring what you actually need. Now, Cancer is representative of the home, but it's also representative of travel and adventure and exploration, and that's because it's dealing with the ocean, the sea. So if we think of Amy Johnson, the aviator, she had the sun in Cancer. So although she flew around the world, she travelled across vast expanses of water. And so it's a time for you to consider exploring the world, stepping out into the world. But in order to do so, you need to have this secure vessel. If we take Helen Keller, and her communications style inspired the teaching of deaf and blind children. And the images are littered with shackles that are where the need to break free is prominent. And so it's pointing you towards, where do you need to break free? What are you still shackled to? What are you still holding on to that is shrinking you into a world of security? But it's like a prison. Whereas Cancer is providing you with this opportunity to define your terrain, your inner home, your inner compass, but then use that compass to go out into the world and to rely on, to reflect on, you know, past happy emotions and experiences to carry you across these adventures across the water as you continue to expand your life. Now, one of the ways in which you can expand your life, where you continue to evolve and grow into who you are truly meant to be, is to administer self-forgiveness. It's powerful, and in administering your own self-forgiveness, you then have the ability to forgive other people. Forgiveness is a powerful demonstration of how you can liberate yourself from the past, from feelings, from experiences that have undermined you, hurt you, however you want to describe them. But, you know, forgiveness is a very transformative action. I speak from my own experience. I've forgiven people that have done really terrible things to me, and I've experienced it in that way. And the powerful thing was that, you know, I was able to share that with them. And people have often said to me, how could you forgive so-and-so for that, and so-and-so for that, and so-and-so for that? And I said, because the power lies with me. I'm choosing to liberate my life so that I continue to grow, I continue to thrive. So forgiveness has got nothing to do with the other person. It's to do with how I'm able to grow through an experience, not pretend it didn't happen. But the forgiveness liberates me, it frees me, it gives me so much expansiveness. It, you know, has expanded my inner world. So I would encourage you, forgive, grow, share it with that person or the people who you feel have impacted negatively on you. What they choose to do with what you have to say is entirely up to them. Don't be waiting around plotting and planning revenge. Who's got time for that? Like last week, I was speaking with somebody who was deeply wounded by a situation, and I could see with her, I could understand and I could hear her, and she was trying to get some type of revenge. And I basically said to her, you haven't got time for that. That's really not going to serve the highest sense of who you are. You know, the best revenge is no revenge. In fact, I came across a quote a few days later that literally mirrored what I said to her. The best revenge is no revenge. It's about moving on, growing, healing, exploring, expanding so that you can walk through this world confident, happy, at ease in your own skin, loving, and continuing to evolve. So, with the sun going through Cancer, with Neptune retrograding, with Pluto retrograding, it's a time for you to own your power. You know, you must always remember, nothing and no one has power over you. It's one of my mantras. It's, you know, I live my life by that, because the more you take control of who you are as a person, you're not seeking other people's validation. It's about you. You know, how you challenge the limits of who you are. So forgiveness is very, very powerful. Which brings me to the quote, and the quote is by Linda Goodman, and what she said is this: Cancer is like the mental archeologist. because it's always digging away for fascinating facts. And the question of the day is, are you going to remain on the shore of reality or the sea of your imagination to uncover these facts that are going to liberate you, expand you, enable you to evolve into the man or the woman you are truly meant to be? And I wish that for you. I want you to grow into the most expansive version of who you're meant to be. So on that note, beautiful people, put your comments and questions in the comment box below. You know I love to connect with you. Also, come and let's hang and with each other on other social media. So I'm active on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. I will be setting up a separate Facebook page to do with my podcast, The Smart Years Savvy Women Rising, but I have a personal Facebook page. So if you reach out to me there, put your name, say hi, I'm from Soul Stirring Astrology. Let's connect, let's keep growing together, let's keep thriving, let's keep sharing who we're meant to be so that we can shine our light into the world and be that beacon for somebody who is waiting for you to show up, but they're waiting for you to show up with your beautiful, healed, authentic self. What else is going on? Oh, just one thing to reflect back to. I love connecting with you. I love sharing astrology with you. But there is a fine line. So I share the information. It's a way for you to kickstart your own growth, your own healing, your own self-determination. What I don't do is get into deep details when you give me information about your personal chart, your personal situations. There's a fine line between the free content I give, and I happily give that, and then there's a line, and then it's into paid services. So wherever I see you are actually seeking a consultation, I won't answer you. If you want a consultation with me, drop me an email at bybreensamuels@googlemail.com and we can set up an appointment and then we can take it from there. So I happily share astrology. I want you to thrive and grow into who you're meant to be, but I am very definitive. So don't be surprised if you don't get an answer, if you approach me with this detailed, wanting to know answers to questions about your own personal situation, your family situation, and your friend situation. I'll just ignore you, okay? Because there's a fine line, and don't cross it. And on that note, I wish you a wonderful time exploring what you can do to evolve and grow through the sun going through Cancer. And I'll also put the links into my podcast, The Smart Years. I've tried to upload them as episodes here under Soul Stirring Astrology. I'm not quite sure what's not connecting there, but I'm sure I will dig that out for you. So until then, stay well, and I'll catch you again on the next episode. Bye.